that you gangsta, I ain't seen shit. I don't like nice girls, I want a mean bitch. Still throw it back and she cook and she clean, bitch. Hit him and I put her straight to sleep, I got lean dick. 4 Giottos on the coupe, hoes love the whip. 42 in my cup, bitch, I love the sip. I just ate a stroom out my pocket, bitch, I love the trip. Don't do GA, I'm popping, bitch, I love the VIP. Rose gold Prezi.
All I can say is shout out to 23 days later for this video right here, because I already know this is about to be toxic as fuck, because look at the title, bro. And how much you want to bet? Look, these are the little kids that pester me into doing half these videos, bro, that I have no business, you know, reacting to. But since we're here, leave a thumbs up for your boy. Subscribe to the channel if you want to hear my takes on adult Sakura versus Madara, bro. Which Madara are we talking about? We talking about prime Madara with 2 renegades and the Rene shining on his head, on his forehead, bro? Are we talking about that? Versus adult Sakura? Because if you seen the thumbnail, you already know how this goes, bro. You know how this goes. Stop playing. Stop playing. You know how this goes, bro. You know how this goes. Anyway, y'all, we got adult Sakura fighting Madara. It's about to be extremely toxic. And if you're here for the toxicness, all I gotta say is subscribe to the channel, bro. It's free. It is free. Do I agree before even watching this video? I don't know yet. I gotta see the points being made before I can make a decisive conclusion. And yes, I know, kids, I'm using big words that you guys cannot simply comprehend at the moment until you get older. Yes, I get that. But, and a very big one, listen, we about to see. Subscribe to the channel, smash that like button for your boy, and join Sumo Ride Gang. Yeah, we growing, we're still growing. We're almost 30K deep, feel me? We're almost 30K deep, bro. That being said, let's check it out.
All right, so real quick, I know I've said some stuff about Sakura in the past, and also said some stuff about Madara in the past that are kind of incompatible with what I'm going to be saying in this video. I get it. I don't believe all of those things anymore. Let's not bring them up. All right, cool, thanks. So another thing, actually, 2 things, not just one. Just hear me out. Just hear me out for a second. So, could Sakura beat Madara? Well, it depends, and I don't mean on like where they fight or what intel each one of them has or whatever. I don't care about any of that. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, maybe it'll come up later, but like the important thing is which version of each character we're talking about. I talked about this on Twitter with a couple people, and I don't feel like I should have to say this, but just to be safe, I mean, like, you got some free time. Like, don't get on to me for stating the obvious, like you don't like you got somewhere to be or something. All right, so this, because
I know your ass don't got nowhere to be. Y'all kids, y'all don't have no responsibilities. Just sit here, shut the fuck up, and watch your boy be toxic and me be toxic. When I have the feeling that Swag Kaguya is gonna sit there and say, hey, listen, no cap, Sakura would solo Madara right now, bro. Adult Sakura would solo Madara right now. I have a feeling that's what he's going to say. Not that I'm saying that, but I have a feeling that he's going to sit here and say this.
Sakura is not the same as this Sakura, okay? This Sakura is not the same as this Sakura.
Facts.
None of these Sakuras are really even similar, like, at all, especially if we're talking about combat ability.
Yeah, so like when you think of Sakura, the first thing you think of is the innocent little girl that always gets in the way. That's what I thought. Like, go fact check that. Go fact check that, because in my old videos I thought the same thing too. I was like, yo, Sakura's trash. She's fodder. She's always getting in the way. She's useless, etc., etc., etc. I used to say that, right? All last year I used to say that, bro. Now that we're finally here, it's like, all right, okay, now we gotta start taking her seriously now, because she's actually kind of fucking strong, my nigga. She's actually kind of fucking strong. Is she elite? She's the strongest Kanochi inside of Konoha, yes. So I guess that means something. But if I want to, okay, if you was to tell me, can she go against an Otsutsuki by herself, Dolly? she would get fatalized, because even Naruto and Sasuke, the two strongest ninjas in the entirety of the Elite Village, got fatalized, bro. So it's like, she's not stronger than them. I mean, right now she might be. She might be because they got nerfed crazy, but
it's the same thing as like this Madara and this Madara aren't the same, and neither one is the same as this Madara, who isn't the same as this Madara either. So the reason I say all of this is because I want everybody to know better than to, well, let's use an analogy, actually, right? If this Madara could throw a rock.
Hold on, is that Sasuke? Itachi? Hello? Like, they look the same, bro. You couldn't tell me, bro. I'm gonna say this. You cannot tell me that this nigga Sasuke did not grow up to look like exactly like Madara. You couldn't tell me that, because they look exactly the same. I wouldn't even be surprised if you was to tell me that Sasuke's really, his dad is really Madara, bro. I wouldn't even be surprised. Because Sasuke doesn't look nothing like his dad, but I guess he looked like his mom. He looks exactly like his mom. Yeah, he does look like his mom, and Itachi looks like his dad, but without the tan. So it's like, you couldn't tell me that, like, Madara and Sasuke weren't related, bro. They are related, but, like, you couldn't tell me that that's not the case, bro. Like, the Uchihas are like one big ass family, bro. Literally, one big ass family, bro. Cousins. They all cousins to each other, bro. What the fuck?
Rock, like, let's say 69 meters. And for whatever reason, in a hypothetical fight with, say, Jirobo, Madara needed to be able to throw a rock at least 55 meters. Well, in this case, it would be pretty fair to assume that this Madara, and especially this Madara, would be able to clear the 50-meter rock throwing challenge. Now, on the other hand, let's say we knew Jirobo's rock throwing record was 75 meters. And for whatever reason, part of their deathmatch involved a rock throwing competition. I don't know how the outcome would affect the fight, but, you know, just play along, all right? It wouldn't really be fair, I'm sure you would agree, to say, well, see, man, I don't think Madara can do it, because his record is 69 meters, Jirobo's is 75. It seems pretty clear, because obviously it would be fair to assume that Madara had gotten stronger since then. So what I'm trying to say is, it's fair to bring up feats that belong to a weaker version of a character when talking about a stronger version of them, if you're using them to establish what the stronger version of that character should be capable of at the bare.
That's what I be trying to tell people, bro. Like, it's the whole thing with Goku actually fighting someone like, you know, remember, like, he's already, he's been able to destroy planets, right? This Goku, base Goku before this, ready destroying planets, he could do it because he was beating people who could already do it, right? Cool, right? We seen Vegeta destroy planets, large planets. We seen that, you know, Frieza was the king of the universe at one point, right? Cool, whatever. Goku beat him, right? So he beat the Emperor of the Universe, right? Cool. He beat Frieza, right? All right. So this version of Goku is way stronger than the first time Goku went Super Saiyan. And this Goku is way stronger than when Goku fought Cell by a lot. Then let's take it up a step notch. Ultra Instinct Goku right now is way stronger than Tournament Power Ultra Instinct Goku. Feel me? So it's like, it makes sense. But I don't know if I could sit there and say, like, even this current version of Sakura could beat Madara, bro. Which Madara are we talking about? Are we talking about 2 Rinnegan, one Rinne Sharingan on his forehead, Madara against adult Sakura right now? I still take that Madara over adult Sakura, bro. Not gonna even cap.
Minimum. It's a little bit different to use anti-feats or limits ascribed to weaker versions of a character to try and say that a stronger version of that character shouldn't be capable of something, right?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Let's add something else to the analogy too. Let's say we swap out adult Madara for kid Madara in the Jirobo fight, but we still have the rock throwing competition, right? It wouldn't really be fair to say that Madara summoned a meteor from outer space, so he should should be able to throw a rock.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here with a deal from Mint Mobile to tell you about that. It's so freaking huge. I asked.
62 miles. Now, if you're still with me here, and we both agreed with everything that I just said, then we should also be willing to agree that if I say adult Sakura, like from Boruto, could beat Madara, like the one that fought Hashirama in the final valley with the 9 tails.
I don't know. That's a bad take. What? Oh, wait. Okay. So now I see what you're saying. Okay. Adult Sakura, this version of Sakura, can in fact beat this version of Madara. This version of Madara. When he was young, he was like 20-something years old. Right? She's like 30. He's like 20, 25 years old. Right? About this age right here. When he first fought Hashirama in the final valley. Yes, I can sit there and say she might beat this nigga, bro. She has a great chance of beating him. Because she has a husband who has Sharingan. So Sharingan ain't new to her. This is Susanoo is not new to her at all. Like, she's not gonna... I said she. Madara, I don't know, like... Well, Hashirama has... What, does he have super strength just like Tsunade? Like, does he have that? I'm not sure if he does.
Stuff like this shouldn't really... This shouldn't be relevant.
Yeah, because look at this version of Madara, bro. Of course, this one fatherizes Sakura, bro. Of course that happens. He saved a 6-pack Madara, bro. He's a 10-tailed Jinchuriki. We're talking about Prime Madara versus Prime Hashirama. And I say adult Sakura would slap that version of Madara. Any other Madara, I don't know about all of that. I feel like he would, do this shit to her constantly, fisting her with a pole.
Right? Like, we can ignore this because Boruto era Sakura is a lot stronger than the Sakura that's getting handled in this image, and the Madara that's giving her the business is a lot stronger than the Madara we're talking about in this fight. So this, totally not indicative of how this fight would turn out at all. Alright, so now that all that's out of the way, let's actually start comparing these two. As for Madara, I don't really think I have to talk about him that much, or better yet, at all. I think my bases are covered there. I've talked about Madara pretty extensively in older videos, so we can mostly skip him for now, though I think most people would agree that we probably need to establish like some point of reference for him. Otherwise, no amount of discussing Sakura's abilities will really matter, because like we won't have an idea of what Madara could do. So I think we can all agree that Kaguya is stronger than Valley of the End Madara. Don't think that's a very hot take. Now, Sakura did damage Kaguya, like with a regular punch. And
hey, first of all, swag, bro. No. You try taking that regular ass punch. You're dying. Her punches, you should know better than anybody else. She has superhuman strength, bro. Superhuman strength. Now, what does that mean? If she rocks your ass, you're going to die. That was not a regular ass punch. Just because it looked like a regular ass punch, you already know how much power she packed into that punch. You already see what she had, chakra overflowing in her hand. She nailed the fuck out of Kaguya, bro. But let's not pretend like it didn't take 3 of them to do that to Kaguya, though. Like, you know how they just jump? They're jumping her, bro. If this was a 1v1 fight, it would not be sweet. She would have killed all 3 of them easily.
You can make all sorts of excuses for Kaguya here if you want, but the fact still remains at the end of the day that she did seem pretty hurt by one of Sakura's punches. And this isn't like a Goku getting damaged by a ray gun situation, because it's illustrated. Well, I mean, like, first of all, that's Dragon Ball rules anyway, so it's not really like applicable to Naruto. But even then, even if we did assume that these two universes operated in the same way, Goku was clearly stated to be off guard in that situation, and I don't mean like a little bit surprised, like he was totally relaxed. Whereas Kaguya here was in the middle of fighting for her life against Naruto and Sasuke. And she'd just been damaged by Kakashi too. Like, there's really no reason to assume that she's not using chakra to defend herself. Now, I'm not saying that Sakura could beat Kaguya one-on-one. That would obviously be ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, most of these situations are 3v1, bro. Like, they're literally jumping her. You gotta jump, bro. Like, you can't beat them 1v1 because you gotta jump them. Like, look at every Naruto fight. It's always them jumping, bro.
But it is pretty impressive for her to have damaged Kaguya, especially when you're comparing her to somebody like Madara.
But hold on, Swag. Hold on. Remember, it's 3 of them. It's not like she damaged her by herself. She had the aid of Sasuke and Naruto. That's what people don't look at. Like, you can't, yeah, she damaged her, but she had to worry about 2 of her sons attacking her at once. So she's like, all right, fuck, now I gotta deal with these 2 niggas, and then now I gotta deal with this bitch about to hit me in the back of my head, bro. So it's like, could she have done that by herself? Of course not. She wouldn't have gotten the chance.
Kaguya was blatantly stated to be stronger than Six Paths Madara. Whether you think she'd actually beat him in a fight, kind of irrelevant here. Her, like, raw chakra power level was higher than Madara's was. And again, that Madara was way stronger than the Madara we're talking about here, and Sakura managed to hurt her, at least enough to cause her to flinch and keep her from doing anything that could have protected her from Naruto and Sasuke sealing her with Chibaku Tensei. So, now that we got all these facts laid out on the table...
I mean, not all of it, because you negated the biggest one, that she had help. She had a whole lot of help. Like, that's my biggest thing, like, could she have done that if it was just her by herself? Could she have hurt Kaguya if it was just her by herself? Like, if Kaguya is not trying to, like, overestimate, she's just trying to kill your ass, could she have done that? No, I don't believe so. So it's like, it's not really facts, but it's like, all right, for this situation, if you want to use that to prove your point, I mean, I get it, I understand, but it's like, the true facts is that she could not have done that by herself. So,
I personally think it's fair to infer from these facts that Sakura would probably be capable of damaging Madara too, unless you really...
But here's my thing. So, I feel like she can beat this version of Madara as an adult because she fought somebody way strong. She fought multiple versions of Madara who was way stronger than this version of Madara. So, yeah, I feel like yeah, she could beat him. She could, it won't be easy, but she could definitely beat, well, actually, no, I'll take that back. It might be easy for her. I won't say probably, because she fought harder versions of Madara. And she fought Kaguya, who is way stronger than Madara. So it's like, with all that experience of fighting those stronger opponents, she comes back. It's like the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot level system. If you're at level 50 and you go back to the same Sakura, bro, you're gonna one-shot everybody. And it's kind of the same situation, bro. It's kind of the same situation. She's like level 100, and this Madara's like level 30, bro. She's coming back to beat his ass. No cap.
really give Kaguya, like, every benefit of the doubt. Now, this Sakura, the very same one that damaged Kaguya, is significantly weaker than the Sakura that we're talking about in this fight. Because there's a whole lot of time between the Kaguya fight and the Boruto era, and over the course of the time skip, everyone seems to have received some pretty crazy power-ups. Like, okay, whether you like it or not, Kinshiki and Momoshiki should, at the very least, even if you lowball them, be somewhere around Kaguya's level. They were described as potentially greater threats than her, so I think at the bare minimum, they've got to be somewhat comparable to her, right? And then it's like, even after that is established, characters that aren't Naruto or Sasuke, characters without Six Paths powers, just fight them. And I don't know about you, but to me it looked like they were doing okay.
Do you want to grow your YouTube channel? Do you want to earn more views, more subscribers, more watch time? And
right, like it's...
But I mean, like, if you're gonna show that clip, like, it could be taken out of context. Okay, yeah, they could punch, hit them, but like, are they really taking any damage from it? Like, I don't remember Gaara ever damaging an Otsutsuki before, bro.
It seems like we have a sort of Dragon Ball Super situation on our hands here, where, I don't know, Krillin or Tien could beat Super Buu, right? Like, it doesn't feel correct, and it probably shouldn't be true, but clearly it is. And for anybody who might be thinking, well, that's the 5 Kage. Why would Sakura have received a similar power-up? Well, there are other examples of things like this. A really good one being Shikamaru locking down Kinshiki with Shadow Possession. Even if that doesn't do it for you, Sakura is directly compared to Gaara in the Gaara Hiden novel. And to paraphrase that book, what it basically says is that most medical ninja can't match somebody who's on like Gaara's level with their taijutsu, but Sakura was a notable exception. Whether you like it or not, when you have confirmation that Sakura's on the same level as some guy who was keeping up with another guy who was able to blow through the majestic attire Susanoo, I just don't know how I can say in good faith that she isn't stronger than Madara is. Now, you don't have to rely completely on the fact that Boruto has wacky power scaling if you want to argue.
Yeah, like, they talk about how our power scaling is bad, how Dragon Ball's power scaling is bad, but this shit legit doesn't make sense at all, bro. Like, where Boro was like nailing Boruto in the ground, bro, punching him. I'm like, bro, is he superhuman? Like, like I remember back in the day when it was just Naruto. Like, if that was to happen, it would be so much blood on the ground, bro. So the power scaling and durability is way higher, but some of them aren't human. So it's like that makes sense for why it's like that.
That Sakura could beat Madara, but it's definitely the least controversial reason you could provide. There's other stuff like her fight with Shin, the fact that Kishimoto strongly implied that she was at least catching up to Naruto and Sasuke, yada yada yada. But I don't want to get into anything else here. The video's already gonna make enough people mad, so
it's gonna make so many people mad. They don't sit there and try to come at you, come at me for saying certain things. I'm like, bro, that's what it looked like. That's what it said in the fucking. That's what it looked like when it was illustrated. If it wasn't supposed to be this way, then it wouldn't have looked like that when it was illustrated. Simple.
I will just stick with, she punched Kaguya. Kaguya seemed pretty hurt. Then she got way more powerful over like 10 years or whatever. So in conclusion, I'm not going to say that Sakura could beat Madara.
Nah, I'm going to say it for you, bro. She could beat that version, in a Valley version of Madara. She can beat that version. Any other Madara, I don't know about beating any other version of Madara, but I feel like she can beat that version of Madara.
But what I will say is, if she walked up to him and punched him, even if he like had the whole Susanoo thing going on, whatever, I don't really care what sort of defensive measures Madara takes. No matter what, if he stands there and lets her punch him, yeah, he'll probably die.
Yeah, see, I would say that too. Like, he would probably die. If she got that really good hit on him, it's KO. Like, his head is coming off his shoulders, off his neck. His head will implode, bro. Anyway, y'all, if you guys enjoyed that, make sure to subscribe, smash that like button for your boy, for Samurai Gang. If this was toxic, I don't think it was toxic. I just think people feel too strongly about said things. I feel like this is plausible. Like, it makes sense for her at that, like, adult Sakura to beat that version of Madara. So if you guys agree, let me know down below, and we out, y'all. Peace.